From 2000 to 2005, I'd written 70 plus songs and recorded 4 independent albums on my own equipment. I traveled around the South and Southeast telling my stories and singing these songs to whoever would invite me to come. By 2005, I'd made it as far as I could on my own, so I reached out for help. To some people, it would just seem that I recorded another album, but to me, it meant so much more. One of the first things to do was to find out who could be helpful, and I didn't have to look any further than my own church and some things that I'd already been thinking about and praying about for a while. Last year at this time I was driving, I was listening to this CD, Sojourn Christmas CD, and just listening to some of the sounds of it and just dreaming that, and just praying if it would be that I could play with some of these guys and maybe even record, and that's what's happened within a short time. Here a year later, I'm finishing up an album. I used to listen to this solo on O Come, O Come Emmanuel by Mike Cosper, and this is it right here. Worship and arts pastor at Sojourn Community Church, and he's the one that's producing my album and putting guitar riffs like that on different songs. It's very exciting, and so we'll see what happens. And Wild Man Eddie Morris as the sound engineer. So I got another week and a half of travels, and then I'll go back and hopefully finish up that album in the next couple weeks and see what happens. The goal of this project was to take my best songs from the past 4 albums and some new songs and just workshop them, come up with new packages so that they could be listened to more enjoyably and that the message could get out there. So after weeks and weeks of editing and coming back to Mike and Eddie, I would just go back and forth and workshop the songs and try to make them better, say things more succinctly, and then bring them back to be edited some more. And Mike and Eddie were huge helps in finding new music and new arrangements of these songs. And I would go and record them and then listen to them, and from the time of listening and editing, there was quite a difference from what we first started with and what we ended up with at the end.
With your head down, wondering what will become of you. Won't you lift up your eyes so you can enjoy this view? If we ride the wings of dawn, traveling the farthest seas, here there we will be riding, you and me.
We're currently recording Georgia I'm Free live, scratch vocals and guitar, acoustic, but we're doing drums, electric and bass live, and then I'll add guitar and vocals later, but I'm just singing along. So that's what
everybody kind of take a deep breath and just kind of play it fresh and loose and not rolling.
So after 2 months of editing and 6 months or so of recording and I made a couple of incredible friends, Eddie and Mike, and I will always cherish the time that we had spent together. And now I have an album, and my hope and prayer is that it will encourage the wanderer who is out on the road, lonely and hurting, and that they might know that they are not alone, and that they can realize that God's grace can meet them wherever they are in their deepest need.